Hello everyone, welcome to this online class. As we are discussing about Antarctica, today in this video we shall discuss about why is Antarctica a human free zone, and we will discuss about the future of Antarctica. So when we talk about Antarctica, it's a vast continent bigger than Australia, but why human beings are not settled there? Currently there are 48 nations following the Antarctica Treaty, but in near future there may be some other nations which will be settling down and setting up their research stations, and we will also discuss about what will be the future of Antarctica, because in Antarctica the minerals are also found, and when we see the Treaty of Antarctica, the mining is not allowed. So in the near future it may be allowed, or the nations may be allowed to do mining or excavate. All right, so let us first discuss why is Antarctica a human free zone. It may seem strange, but it is worth wondering exactly why, out of all continents that humans managed to occupy in prehistoric times. So when we discuss about, or when we see about all the continents, in all the continents there were the prehistoric settlement or the civilizations, but in Antarctica so far it was, and it is not found. Antarctica sticks out with a sore thumb as the only strictly human free zone. When you study from the so early period of the continents, we see that in Antarctica no human settlements are seen or found. So far there is absolutely no archaeological evidence of human habitation of Antarctica before early 20th century. So before early 20th century, it seems that so far no human being could reach to Antarctica, because the archaeological department, they keep on excavating, they keep on searching and study about the landforms of the different continent. So when they study about the landforms of Antarctica, it is found that there is no evidence that human beings were settled down or went there and they started their habitations. It is not found. There is no evidence, there is no proof. One would think it is because of extreme cold. So maybe because of extreme cold, no one could able to settle down, right? Antarctica's freezing climate and barren glacial coast, with not a drop of fresh water to drink, isolated from the world, makes it impossible for normal life to survive. So Antarctica, extremely freezing climate, and the glaciers are barren. There is no fresh water, there is no fresh water to drink, is isolated. That means it is remote areas. So life is impossible to survive there. Yet since the turn of 20th century, people have camped out at least for a part of the year somewhere on the continent. So from 20th century, when the European or different nations started to settle down and set up their research stations, they have camped out and studied and what could be the human adaptations facilities they have to carry out, and they can settle there. That's why the scientists, the research stations, people are staying and doing study about the climate, about the all other animals, fauna and microbes are being studied. The oldest permanent base as defined by the Antarctic Treaty System is Antarctica Orcada Passe in the South Orkney Islands. Established on 22nd February 1904 and inhabited ever since. So this treaty is part of Antarctica, which in their language it is called Orca de Passe in Latin language, and it is in South Orkney Islands, is close to Antarctica. Then since World War II, there has been a constant increase in the number of bases present on the continent. So since World War II, there has been a constant increase in the number of bases, means the settlements of different nations, they are capturing and they are setting up their own research stations. All right. So here you could remember only that due to the extreme cold, there is no evidence found by the archaeological department that human beings existed or survived in that place, that is Antarctica. All right. But after 20th century, when the Antarctica was discovered and few treaties were formed and the rules, regulations, objectives were followed, and people started to set up their research stations. Right. So now let us study about the future of Antarctica. What will happen in the near future? Antarctica is fully protected from mineral exploitations and conflict under the Antarctica Treaty. So there is fully protected. The exploitation of mineral is not allowed, it is prohibited, and conflict under the treaty. There is no war between any two nations, or there is confined to the Antarctica Treaty. The objectives of Antarctica Treaty has to be followed. It is a continent dedicated to peace and science. So it is a continent dedicated to peace and science study. The environmental protocol has ensured comprehensive protections of Antarctica. The Antarctica is thought to be rich in minerals including coal and oil, as well as precious minerals such as gold and silver. So Antarctica is rich in minerals like coal, oil, or includes gold and silver. But because of the Antarctica Treaty, it is prohibited. Mining is prohibited. There is also growing interest from bioprospectors who search for genetic and biochemical resources from flora and fauna on Antarctica. So there is a research centers, the scientists who study about the flora and fauna, that means animal life and the plant life, and they give publications to different part of the world. Stamps have been released to mark the historic events related to Antarctica. You could see the government of India has issued stamps to mark the first expeditions to Antarctica. So that is to remember the historic events that was set up in Antarctica. However, as energy or mineral reserves and fishing resources are exhausted or depleted, and tourist numbers on Antarctica continue to escalate, the pressure to exploit Antarctica's natural resources on land and in the ocean is likely to increase in the future. So now the visitors, tourists are allowed to go Antarctica, right? So it is day by day becoming increasing. So near future, the natural resources may be exploited so that the people can settle in that area. So this is the last video of your third term examinations. The syllabus we complete, then we will be writing about the question answers. I will be giving you question answers tomorrow. Write down, and on 13th you have to submit your notebook. All of you complete your notes and submit your notebooks on 13th February so that you can start preparing for your exam. So hope you are preparing well, and don't forget to revise map if possible. For map also you could make on video. So with this I wind up. Hope you understood all the concept. Any queries, any doubt are there, please do ask in WhatsApp or call personally. Thank you so much. God bless you.